Halloween week. Hi everyone. Welcome everybody on Instagram and also on Facebook at my business page, Calvano Coaching. I was guided to share a little bit of information today, so I'm just going to wait just a couple seconds for some people to join, and then we'll get started. This video also will be saved, so you can always come back to it if you missed the first part. So I'll be doing the weekly readings, not tonight, but during the week. But right now I was guided to share what information that really touched me from reading this book, Super Attractor by Gabby Bernstein. Now, she has other books, but this is the first book that really connects with me. And I think one of the reasons why is that, as an angel teacher, it really is loaded with angel energy. If you know me, you know that I teach about connecting with your angels. I do professional angel card readings. In fact, I have a couple specials that are going on right now that will last through October 31st, midnight. And it's my 20-minute audio recorded emailed reading, or you can take a 20-minute phone call with me, or the 1-hour session. That's usually $150. It's $104, and that is through Skype, FaceTime, Marco Polo, or Zoom. So let me know, find out more about it at my website, Calvano Coaching, and also on the link here on Instagram. You can check right into it. So one of the things that I do is I connect people with working with their angels. Angels are for everybody, regardless of your background. It's not just a religious phenomenon. Angel energy, as I've come to learn it in the past couple of years, is actually that beautiful, great energy that makes you feel good. And what I love about this book is that it talks about that very thing. Everybody wants to learn how to attract, manifest more, better. And what I have been doing all my life, and also it's restated here, is that when you are in a higher vibration, which is joy, anything other than being angry, depressed, blocked, irritated, frustrated, you might find that you're really not great at attracting what you want. If anything, you might discover that you actually attract that which you don't want. You can really attract that which you don't want by not being conscious and aware of your energy. So one of the things about working with the angels, learning how to use your own cards to do your own readings, is that you'll maintain your vibration. It's all about vibes. Check into A Course in Miracles, check into Abraham Hicks. It's been about vibes. It's about vibes. Now, last night I read something, and this book, I cannot read it fast because every 2 pages is like a whole weekend course for me. There's just so much great information, so much energy that you can actually use, and it's just fabulous. That's all I got to say. So, one thing I was guided to share with you is this idea. Sometimes truths, words, statements come through books and things, and they may not be the truth, but if it works for one person, then they write a book about it. And they may very well find out after feedback that it helps hundreds, thousands, a lot of people. And one of the things that I always knew, but I just love it because it reiterates what I teach, what I do in my sessions, in my angel card reading, healing, therapy sessions. This is what it is. The key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. I'm going to say it again. The key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. Now, this sounds really, really easy, right? Back in my 20s, if I wanted to stop feeling, bad, I would reach for some Heineken beers or a cognac or some wine. Sometimes, people do that. We have all kinds of things that we do as human beings, right? So to feel good, why do we want to feel good? Because that is the key to attracting what we want. It is so ridiculously simple that it will go over a lot of people's heads because we are so wired to go through things miserably, struggling, putting up effort. I'm going to repeat that again. Struggling, effort, misery. Get the picture? And especially if it's something very painful. Sometimes people are often saying you got to be in it. You got to go through it. You got to endure it. To heal it, you have to be in it and go through it. Something like that. Yes, you do. And best that you do this with a therapist or a counselor in a private setting, not on social media, because it is sacred. Your energy, your healing is sacred. It really, really is. Because when you have that door open wide, it is a sacred moment. That moment when you realize that all is okay, that there is a level of peace, what you dreamed of. It is sacred, and it is the foundation of my life, my experiences. So what I'm getting at is this. If you're struggling, that's part of being a human being. But if you're struggling inordinately, year after year, I've seen some people, they used to be friends, but they're people on social media who are going through the same struggle that since they started social media. So it'd be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. And it's almost a distraction that you post on social media instead of facing it directly. I'm telling you, as soon as you get so pissed off about your situation, we call it a rock bottom, you get so leveled out that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, like no kidding, I promise you, a door swings open. And then it's up to you to walk through it. So like in my readings and my sessions with my clients, is that oftentimes we find out what that door is. And the opportunity is to step into it, open the darn door, and step through. Is it scary? Absolutely. Is it thrilling? Absolutely. So, the key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. I didn't get this until just a few years ago. I say my age because it talks about how I take care of myself and what I'm committed to in my life experience. So I'm 65 years old. So I have a lot of experience in taking care of myself as an actor, as a dancer, as an artist, as a life coach, as a wife, as someone who's sober for 29 years. I share a lot of information from my life. And you can take it or leave it, but I share my wisdom. And you know, we're so wired to feel bad. We think that by feeling bad we will earn some merit points, that will somehow disappear the feeling bad. And guess what? With the help of a therapist or counselor and you work on a particular issue, yeah, you'll get a process to what I say disappear it. But if you are addicted to your pain and suffering, I promise you it will probably continue another 5-10 years, probably to the rest of your life. Hate to say it, but look at generations. Look at generational addictions and traits and patterns that we can even see in some of our families, and you will notice that these things pass on. So why sharing this today? Because it is really valuable information. The key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. So if today you decide, and it's a wonderful new moon in Scorpio, I don't do a lot of stuff with astrology and whatnot because I feel like any day is a new day. Any day is a day to let go of what no longer serves you. Any moment, full moon, soft moon, big moon, it doesn't really matter. But timely, it is a great time today. And I'd say at any moment that you are ready to let go of an issue, an obstacle, and for most people it's a feeling of fear, a fear of greater intimacy, a fear of stepping out, a fear of having greater health, a fear of dealing with something and having a thought that it's never going to get better. Well, deciding that you are going to stop feeling bad about it doesn't change the situation. But what it sure can do is change the energy that you're bringing towards it. So I'm going to say that again. When you decide to stop feeling bad, like the key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. When you finally decide that, you choose it, you decide it, right? That is a statement. That's saying, I ain't crossing this line anymore. I don't know what I need to do, who I need to call, what I need to take, what I need to do, but I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. All right? The doors open up. So that's what I talk about in connecting with your angels, using angel oracle cards, working with someone who can channel information. And that's what I do. So, doesn't it sound amazing that the key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad? I mean, I could see this with an airplane, taking it across the sky. All it is that decision that you don't have to feel bad. Again, we are wired to think that if I feel bad, I merit something as a human being. The suffering is going to create something. I wear the suffering well. I don't know how to be without it. And we can do, you can get tarot readings, you can do this, see this psychic, take this workshop, do everything, keep running and running and running. But the primary shift is going to come when you and I decide, that's it. This is over. The inspiration can come from maybe a movie or some music or something somebody says to you that you finally get. I am in control of feeling good or bad. And by feeling good, I attract something. I attract more good. Now, some of us won't go there because we know ourselves as somebody who feels bad all the time. And who would we be if we didn't have feeling bad? Who would we be if we gave up our suffering? Who would we be if we didn't have something to be complaining about? What would we blog about if we had nothing to complain about? And believe you me, there's plenty to complain about in the world. There's plenty of injustice. There's plenty of things going wrong. But the best way to raise the vibration of the planet, to help our communities, to help our families, to help ourselves, is that we shift our vibration. We shift our vibration. We choose to feel good. And what does good mean? It doesn't mean we ignore the problems. It doesn't mean we ignore injustices happening in the world. It means we choose to embrace all of our abilities, our mind, our body, our spirit. We choose this life. We choose everything in and around ourselves that we can walk with mastery now on the planet. Not tomorrow, not next month, not next year, like today. So that's what came to me when I gave up alcohol 29 years ago. I wasn't drinking every day. I wasn't a knocked down drunk in a gutter or something. What I was a complainer. I was complaining to my therapist about my men I was meeting and dating. And there was a certain aspect of how I was suffering about, the way the world is showing up for me. And she noticed it, and she sent me to AA. Now, mind you, I wasn't drinking every day, but for me, alcohol was a little bit of an allergy provoker that I would get depressed. And by being depressed, I sure wasn't happy. I sure wasn't filled with joy. I sure wasn't feeling good, right? So for me, the whole door opened up when I discovered that there was a world where people felt good even when things were not perfect around them. Even when they found out that they were abused as a child. Even when they found out all kinds of things, right? So it's about being able to choose to feel good even when things aren't going great. But it's a choice that you're going to stop feeling bad. So one of the things I learned in the 12-step program, and I love that Gabby talks about 12-step programs also, is that you find out that if you've been a complainer and a whiner and you've been passing off your power and your resentments on other people and blaming other people for your life, it's a real accountability moment, right? So this is the kind of stuff I talk about, we find out in my readings. They are not just, like fortune telling, all these great things are going to happen to you. It's more like door swings wide open. Are you going to step through? Are you going to be responsible for everything? Are you going to be responsible for how you react to everything? Ain't nobody doing things to us unless they actually are in the moment, right? We get to see how we are psychologically sabotaging ourselves. Why connect with angels? Because it's a very high energy. There is nothing higher vibrationally than love. There's just nothing. And when you say yes to that, yes to joy, again, despite what's going on in your life, despite what the circumstances are, it's a choice. The key to feeling good is to decide to stop feeling bad. It's that simple. There's one line in this whole book that's filled with so much information. So I just want you to know that the universe wants you to feel good and wants to guide you toward exactly what you want and need. So if you know that the universe is supporting you, that you have angels that were with you since the beginning of time. You have ascended masters, you have your ancestors, you have a lot of invisible support. And you also have a lot of visible support with earth angels and people who want to contribute to you. They want to support you. How willing have you been, right? How willing have you been where people wanted to help you, wanted to encourage you and motivate you? The key to all of this is today the day that you're going to decide to start feeling good, you know? And we have to take responsibility that maybe we have been the ones making ourselves feeling bad. Oh my God. Ain't nobody else. Nobody else. We're the ones who've been allowing ourselves to feel bad. It's a big message to take in, especially when we're so used to blaming others and then gossiping about it to others, you know. This person did this to me and therefore I'm like this way. No. How about what is showing up in your life? What is showing up in my life? It's a real mirror of what I'm thinking, what I'm sending out, what vibes I have right now. So here's something else from this book. You can now have several methods for aligning with good feeling emotions. You can call on your affirmation to shift your thoughts, so change what you're thinking. If you are affirming, oh, my life sucks, when is it going to get better? Probably not for a long time. Yeah. You can call on your affirmation to shift your thoughts. I choose feeling good. I got this situation going on, but I choose feeling good. Is it icing on a mud pie? Not necessarily, because we're not pretending that there's a situation that we don't like, right? It is just saying, I'm going to choose a vibration. I'm just choosing a vibration so that I can see more possibilities in and around the situation that I don't like. You can sit in your meditation to shift your energy. You can do something that brings you joy to realign with the universe. So that's the last thing. You know, when I have situations where I feel a lot of anxiety, I do. Even after all these years, I'll be in bed and go, whoa, I'm really feeling a lot of anxiety about this situation. I take a moment and I remember something. I'll remember when I was at a particular temple, because I went to a lot of ashrams and temples in my experience, in my life. And I'll remember a moment where I'm standing in front of a statue and my feet are on this marble floor and I can feel the energy in this room where I used to pray and chant. Or I was in a meditation intensive and I remember the moment where I went so deep into meditation that I felt everything dissolve and disappear and I was at one with everything. So I was guided at those moments in my life to go to these places and do these things, and now I can go back and use them when I need to go to a place of joy, when I have a lot of anxiety, stress, worry, or fear. And I instantly feel calm and relaxed and connected by doing so. Another one was when we were in Hawaii a few years ago, and I was in my hotel room in Oahu, and I remember just lying on my bed and feeling like I had reached home, and I knew that there was a special energy in Hawaii for me, which I found out later on there is. But I can go there and in an instant everything disappears and I'm filled with that joy. So I encourage you to create moments like that for yourself, whether it is finding a place. I find that meditation is profound. Finding a place of beauty if you can go to. Finding those moments where you were filled with joy, and it doesn't mean yah wahoo joy. You know, it could just be such quiet peacefulness. That's what brings me a lot of joy. A sunset, a sunrise, a plant, flowers, an animal, being with someone you love, and allow that be your place of refuge. That moment, just be in that moment while you are in the midst of all the chaos and things going on around you. In 2020, we're going to really need to use this toolkit. We're going to need to use tools and techniques to keep us in our joy. It's easy to get distracted by social media, television, news, and to keep our own joy, Notice how you feel with certain people. There will be people that you are near that you're going to experience being drained. And they can even be spiritual teachers or coaches. So go to where your vibration, your vibe, the experience of energy in your body, that's how we sense the world, not just through our eyes and our brain. We sense things through our body. Keep your body healthy. Do what you can to keep your vibration high. Eating high vibrational foods, being with high vibrational people. Learn about crystals and how they can actually, where's my Lumarian crystal? How crystals can actually be programmed with that beautiful energy. Say you take this in meditation, you can charge this crystal with that meditative energy, so it's there. So you need that good feeling wherever you go. You can just take that crystal with you and ask to connect to that energy, and there you go. So that's what I needed to share today with you guys. So again, I have some specials on my readings. 2 readings. The email audio recorded reading has about 5 cards that I share with you, and any guidance that come with your 1 to 2 questions. And that's $24. Normally it's $45, and then my 1 hour session that's normally $150 is $104, and that can be through FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, or phone if you need be. And that covers several questions, about 10 cards, and any channeled messages to, number 1 thing, help you shift your energy. What can you do to maintain it? What can you do so that you are encouraged and motivated to take those actions? What you can do to forgive the past and be in the present and move on. So thank you guys for listening, and I will be back at least once a week to do a live with you, and I have a lot of exciting new things coming the way, and just stay tuned and subscribe to my website at Calvano Coaching so you can stay updated with my radio show and any courses that I'm going to be doing on Zoom and in person here in New York City. Okay guys, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.